Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mary Joanna, and in today's video, we are going to talk about the subtle signs that men should know that will allow you guys to kind of catch on if a woman is interested in you or not. Now, I say subtle because sometimes we can misread these signs as just friendly interactions. However, I am going to be targeting the ones that will stand out when it comes to a woman adding a little bit more energy or attention towards a conversation, your appearance, or going out of her way to make conversation, where friendly conversation wouldn't add some of these things. And sign number 4 is something that isn't necessarily subtle, but the approach can be very subtle. And sadly, this sign is what most guys out there miss. So stay tuned to the end of the video to kind of catch my drift here and summarize this so you guys can move forward within, approaching women or maybe initiating something where you can feel more comfortable within your discernment over the women you're interacting with. So number 1, I would say this is the most important one, and it is eye contact. This isn't just about a quick glance. No. We're talking about those moments when a woman locks eyes with you and the world just seems to slow down for a second. You feel that energy shift, right? That's when you know she's interested. Now, eye contact is important because for women, it's our permission slip to kind of let men know that we're interested. This can look like prolonged eye contact. Let's say you're at the gym or a coffee shop and a woman is going out of her way, out of her workout or her work, to actually make the initiative to make eye contact with you. This is a really great indicator that she's interested because, trust me when I say, when a woman is not interested in you, she will not be looking your way and will be avoiding eye contact at all costs. I think this is the most important indicator for a man to feel, more confident approaching a woman if she's giving you the look that women give, which is prolonged eye contact, or more so flirtatious eye contact. If you guys are already in a conversation, this can look like a woman looking at your lips or perhaps blinking a lot, giving kind of that dew-eyed look, kind of looking up at you. These are great indicators that she's signaling to you that she wants you to make a move. And I know I can't speak for every single woman, which is why these videos are so hard, but, use your discernment here. We communicate through energy, first and foremost. So if you can kind of pick up on the flirtatious vibes, that's a great sign and a subtle sign that she's interested in you. Moving on to number 2, a woman who goes out of her way to pick up things where they left off. Now, what I mean by this is, let's say you're already in the communication phase of getting to know someone, and you guys are talking. Maybe it's about your family or about a work matter. The next time you interact with each other, she actually picks up that conversation and wants to know more about it, whether it be how a situation went at work, how your family's doing, or whatever conversation you were having. She remembers the finer details. This is a great sign that she's engaged in the conversation and actually invested in it. A lot of people don't really remember things when they're talking to someone they don't care to be interacting with, whether it's something casual like at a grocery store or small talk. People don't remember the finer details about what a person says. So when a woman actually remembers those details, it's a great sign that not only was she paying attention to you, but she was also excited during the conversation. When we're bored in conversation, we're thinking about other things, not about you or whatever you're saying. So when a woman showcases presence toward what you're saying, please take this as a sign that she is not only invested in you, but also finds you interesting. This is a great signal that a woman remembers you and what you say. For a man, that's a very important thing. Now, moving on to number 3. You may have heard this before, but it is an important one. When a woman goes out of her way to compliment you. Why is this important? Because if a woman is not interested in you, why would she want to compliment you? Yes, I understand there's the side of things where people are just friendly and they're trying to make friendly conversation, so they give out compliments. But for a woman, if it's actually her noticing finer details, whether it be your clothing, the scent of your cologne, or she notices a haircut or a trim on your beard, stuff like this, a woman who's not interested is not going to go out of her way to notice these things. Even if she does notice, she doesn't really care to say it. So for a woman to actually acknowledge your appearance and to be complimentative towards you, this is something that a woman who is at least somewhat interested in a man, or at least finds him attractive, is going to go out of her way to acknowledge about a man. Not only does this give a man a boost of confidence, but it also allows a woman to kind of make her mark on that man. I think for a man, when a woman is complimentative, he has a greater degree of remembering her in the ways that a woman wants to be remembered, by her kindness. I think this is something that a lot of men may take into account, or maybe don't notice enough. But if a woman is going out of her way to compliment you, men, please take that as a sign. Compliments are so easy to give, but not a lot of people give them because not a lot of people care to give them. So when a woman shows care, she'll do it in ways of being aware of the smaller details of your looks, your appearance, or your upkeep. Another thing to note is how often she remembers small details about you. For example, has she mentioned something you said weeks ago, like your favorite coffee order, a movie you said you love, or even a hobby you casually mentioned? These aren't just signs of a good memory. They're signs of interest. A woman who is genuinely interested in you will actively listen and remember details because she values what you share. This effort to connect through the small things often goes unnoticed, but it's a big indicator that she's paying attention to you. So guys, if she brings up something specific that you didn't even think she'd remember, it's worth noting that she's putting in effort. Number 4 is something that isn't necessarily subtle, but the approach can be very subtle. What I mean by this is a woman going out of her way to plan something with you, to set a date for something that is coming off as a very nonchalant thing. So it could be as simple as wanting to go see a movie with you and her asking if you've seen it, or if you want to see movies, or if you like movies. That's allowing her to kind of prime the conversation, to kind of allow you to maybe make that final initiative to ask her if she wants to see it with you. This is something I don't think men are aware of a lot of the time. In conversation, when a woman is interested in you, she will have a more subtle approach than what men usually would expect. She'll sneakily kind of ask things about a man, or perhaps events coming up that you guys could go to together, or movies, or you name it. She could ask you if that's something you would like to do, or if that's something you've done before, because actually her approach to that is allowing you to know that she's interested in it, and she wants to know if you're also interested in it, so you guys could go together. I know that the simple approach can sometimes go overlooked the most, but this video is about subtle signs. You guys, take that as a subtle sign that she is dropping the hint that she wants to do something with you, and put it in the calendar. Or at least approach the conversation in a way that you guys could meet up in the near future that she can look forward to and you can look forward to. So don't ignore that sign, because that's a very important one that can go overlooked. Also, pay attention to how she reacts when plans fall through. If a woman is truly interested in spending time with you, she won't just let a canceled plan fade away. Instead, she'll suggest alternatives or ask when you're free again. This subtle persistence shows that she values your time and wants to see you without making it overly obvious. Women often fear coming across as too eager, but if she's putting in the effort to reschedule, take that as a clear sign of interest. On the flip side, if she doesn't follow up after a missed plan, it might be time to reconsider how much effort you're putting in. To finalize this conversation, I'm going to end with a woman who is comfortable being close to you. Now, I think body language and proximity really do matter because it showcases to a woman that she feels safe around you. Safety for a woman is everything. So if she is actually inviting herself into your space, into your presence, into your area, whether it be as subtle as getting closer to you at the gym, and listen, this isn't in all cases. If she's kind of giving you the initiative of eye contact at the gym, and she's moving closer to you, and she's maybe giving you subtle signs, then that could be a sign. But don't take this just at point blank, okay? Because I don't want it to get confused. But if she's showcasing other little signs, that's a very good indicator that she is interested in you. And within you guys sharing space, the likelihood of you noticing her is higher, and the chances of you asking her out are higher. So these are kind of sneaky things that women do that I think a lot of men overthink. Sometimes it's just quite simple. They want you to ask them out. And that's why it's really important not just to take this one last sign as the initiative to approach. Use your discernment, men. I really do think this is important. When we have conversations like this, is she giving you eye contact? Is she smiling at you? Does she look friendly? Does she look like she wants to be approached? These are things that should not be discounted when you are kind of wanting to know if someone's interested in you or that she likes you. But I think for the majority of women, we will say, and I can say, that I will not be approaching no man or be in the proximity of a man that I don't want to be close to. And this one's confusing because you're like, well, if a girl's next to me at a coffee shop, does that mean that she likes me? This is where your discernment comes in. If she's giving you the following signs, then yes, that could be a great indicator that she likes you and that she wants to get to know you more. She's kind of dropping these little hints at you. Okay, why I wanted to end it here, because I think it does test a man's discernment over his own guidance and his own gut feeling when it comes to the interactions he has with women. So, if you guys liked today's video, please give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and you can watch the recommended videos on the screen. I'll see you there.